Afternoon, sorry, a little bit late today. I just had a client come in, so very last minute, unexpected. Welcome to this week's edition of Quiz Your Biz. And Dan can't be with us today, so I have volunteered to step in and have a chat with our lovely Michelle Moreland. And Michelle is going to talk to us about her business, which is called Tidy Things. So if you just stand by for a minute. Hello, Michelle. Hi, I'm glad you're here. Hello. She's waving at me. Right, let me try and bring them on. So just a sec, Michelle. Adding. We have 3 people here. Hi, Gemma. Hello. Michelle, can you see where you were supposed to be adding in? Oh, she needs to rotate. No looping the loop, please. Rotate. 3 people here. Who else is here? Michelle, Gemma. Who else have we got? Mr. Strudwick, are you about? Oh, 4. We have 4 people joining us today. All interested to know what Michelle's up to. How's everybody been getting on? Have some comments, please. Try again. Okay, I'll try again. Bring them on camera. Add. Let's try again.
Hi.
Hello.
I have to hold it now. My tripod won't turn.
You know what I'm using?
Say again.
Blue tack.
Ah, why don't I have any blue tack in this room?
Who knew?
Oh,
How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. Oh, hang on. My tripod's moving. 1 second.
Hi, Jane.
Oh,
Right.
there we go. Oh, not down shots. Hang on. Is that okay?
We're fine. I can see you really well. We're getting some love
Okay,
from
perfect.
Michelle. Hello, Mark. Hi, Mark. Hi, Lindsay. Afternoon, everybody. We'll start again. This is Alison here from East Anglian Data Recovery, standing in for Dan Tilson, who can't be with us today to run the Your Biz. So today we have the very lovely Michelle Moreland with us, who is going to talk to us about her business. It's called Tidy Things. Hi, Steve. Hi, Jane. So Michelle, tell us about what you do. What is it that you actually do?
In a nutshell, I make things from wood. So I craft things for the home, gifts, that kind of thing, teacher gifts, gifts for family and friends, gifts for anybody, off yourself.
Small things? Big things?
Mostly small things at the moment. I am doing a course in the next couple of months, which is going to sort of really upskill me, and I'll be able to do what I want to concentrate is things like tables and benches, customized coffee tables. Chris wants me to do one that he can put a Millennium Falcon in, I think. I'm assuming that's to do with Star Wars. I wouldn't know.
Above my head completely.
Not my thing.
So how did you get into wood? Is it something that you did you start when you were at school and kind of craft things?
No.
Or not?
No, and at school I hated it, but I think it was because it was more of a boys' thing at school. You weren't really, it wasn't really the girls' thing to do, was it? I was good at art and I loved it, but the woodwork and the DT stuff I hated just because it was with the guys. Sorry, I'm really hot. I'm upstairs in my house and it's absolutely boiling just up in a window. I'm melting.
I work at school and I preferred that to woodwork. I think it was just I always used to get splinters and stuff with wood.
Well, I have a bit of a phobia about splinters. My dad was a builder by trade. He's a prison governor now, but he was a builder, and I think that's where I get it from. But he used to kind of pin me down with a needle, and I'm like, I work with wood now every day, but if I get a splinter, I'm distraught. I have to forget about it.
Oh yeah. Oh God. So did you, when you was a kid working with you, like when your dad was, did you kind of,
No, we weren't allowed to touch anything. So, I mean, he built like a few of his own houses, and he never taught us anything, which is a shame because, like I say, like when I was a kid, it wasn't cool for girls to do that sort of stuff. You weren't led into that at all. And when I left school, I wanted to do travel and tourism, because I wanted to be an air hostess for some reason. I don't even like flying, so I don't know why I wanted to do that. And my mum and dad kind of just steered me into admin because there's always a job in admin. So that's what I did, and I'm good at it. I'm customer services and administration. I can do shorthand, I can do audio typing, but I hate it. It's so boring. It's not me at
Not
all.
you, it doesn't fit your kind of personality.
No,
But then you
no.
can, integrate those aspects of that with the running of your business. If you run it
Yeah,
in,
they're useful skills to have. They're
yeah,
useful skills.
yeah,
And up until probably a year and a half ago now, I was working from home for a company called, for Velux, and I was doing their orders, technical queries, that sort of thing, which I like. I like technical stuff. I'd be on the phone to roofers telling them how to fit a certain window. I fitted a window myself on a roof, and I like making things. So I, even though I was doing like this office stuff, I had to do stuff for myself outside of that. So like I'd spend hours and hours on Pinterest, like looking at stuff and think, I could so make that. I'm not paying for someone else to make it. I'll make it myself. And that's kind of how it came about. I think the first thing that I made from wood was a bath tray, and it's still in the workshop now, actually.
wine glass and things in.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the very first one didn't have a wine glass because you have to have a special bit to do that slot. And I had the bit, but you can't use that kind of bit. It's a Forstner bit, and you can't really use it with a hand drill because it's quite powerful. And I tried it, and it just completely destroyed my board.
Oh,
So you have to use it with a proper like pillar drill that you stand at. But yeah, look at that first one now and think, gosh, that's awful.
a
I'm
long
glad it
way.
was just mine. And then it kind of just went from there. Like friends are like, oh, can you make me one? And what about this? And then I thought, you know what, I really, really like this. And at the time, I was upcycling furniture as well. My dad is a big like antiques geek. As kids, we always had like massive antique beds, wardrobes, and he stripped everything back to the original wood, and like brought it back to life. And I loved that. So I started. I'm not into the whole shabby chic stuff where it all looks distressed and whatever. So I bought a couple of chairs and stripped them back, and I thought, you know what, I want to do this. It's my creative side, but it's also making stuff as well. So I just thought, balls to it, I'm going to do it. So I did. And
How
I'm
long have
not
you,
make.
Michelle?
Say again, sorry.
How long have you been doing this just as your main thing?
Uh, April last year, I went self-employed, and it's very, very slow because I started out doing the furniture, but every man and his dog thinks they can just put a lick of paint on a chair and sell it for 20 quid, whereas my stuff would be hand stripped, painted if it's needed. There's multiple like layers of wax and sanding and stuff that goes on in between, but people don't want to pay for that. So I was like, right, the furniture doesn't work. Um, and I came across a new workshop and it had a full woodworking studio. It's like a creative space. And I went in there and I thought, gosh, this really opens up like loads of things. They have a big pillar drill, they have a bandsaw, they have a wood lathe. And I was like a kid in a sweet shop. It was like all these things. So that's
You'd
just
rather be in
kind.
a shop or somewhere girly and
Sorry, I can't hear you. It keeps breaking up. I don't know if it's my
you kind of like my husband likes DIY places. He's like
Yes, I love it.
places like that.
I love it. I know, like DIY at home. I do it all myself. I don't want anyone else to do it for me. I hate it, in fact. So yeah, I just kind of fell into it really, but I love it. I love being at the workshop. I'm just looking out my window now because one of my neighbours' trees has fell down in the really bad winds at the weekend, and I went round yesterday and I was like, "What are you doing with that tree? Could I have some of that wood?" He's like, "Come on, have it."
That's a lot of tables. That's a lot of bath trays.
Yeah. Well, that wood out there it's not a big tree. The branches are probably only about that, but I'll use it for it'll, I'm going to say the word now and I'm probably going to get shot. It'll be used for Christmas stuff. So I make Christmas slices from wood. And I'm also going to do a big branch this year for my living room with baubles hanging down. So they'll be used, but not for big structural things.
So
Gosh, I'm absolutely
what
sweating.
do people buy from you, Michelle? Who's your ideal client?
Uh, I haven't actually nailed this yet, but the people that tend to buy from me the most, and that are my good customers, like ones that I would like more of, are kind of working mums, but mums that are in like quite decent paid jobs. You know, they've got money to spend nice things on gifts. Because the handmade stuff obviously comes with a higher price tag, and a lot of people don't understand that. So that, you know, the hardworking mums that are earning plenty of money are sort of my.
You know that you know, like you were saying about the furniture side of things, I think people do like pay, that they will pay for that, but
Yeah,
obviously turn around something like that takes a longer time, so they're
it
paying you
does.
for all the different layers that you do.
Yeah. Like I've got a chair downstairs that's like you know, the big chairs with the arms and the studded backs and stuff, and I've stripped that back, and it took me hours and hours and hours, and then like I wouldn't sell it now anyway, but um I'd want like 100 quid for that chair, but a lot of people don't want to pay 100 quid for a chair. So not, especially not in my area. You know, I'm in like the northwest, and it's a working town. There's not a lot of people that have that money to spend anyway. Um, so all my stuff predominantly is online.
Yeah.
But then, you know, as you know, it's really, really hard to get seen online. It's hard to get your products in front of people. So, yeah.
So what kind of things do you do to attract your clients at the moment, and what, you know, is there anything that we can help you with?
The biggest thing that's working for me at the moment is I've set up. I live in a little village now, and I know there's a lot of people in this village that hand make stuff. I've got a friend that sews, cake makers, that sort of thing. And there's nothing really locally for people that make things. So I set up a group on Facebook called Handmade in Lowton, and I've actually had more sales on there than my Facebook page and my Etsy shop combined. So that's working. That seems to be working quite well. And we're going to have our first Handmade in Lowton craft event, so like an artisan event, is at the end of September. And I think that's probably where most of my stuff's going to come from. Most of my sales are going to come from. Is people like to see things in person, stuff like that, especially handmade stuff. Is my connection okay? Because it seems like
You
quite
you're
like
kind
it's
of blipping
breaking up.
a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. It's okay. I think we kind of got the gist of it. And
Okay.
I don't know whether everybody else can hear you. I know mine is a little bit kind of interrupted here because I'm in a rubbish area as well. But yeah, I think you know, you've obviously done
Okay.
really well. And does that mean that you've got to create a little bit extra stuff, so you've got some stuff prepared to take to these sort of events? Does that involve extra work for you?
Yes. Yeah. So like at the moment, everything is made to order because I don't have places to store stuff. And I don't have the money to go and buy a shed load of wood and have everything just sitting around yet. So everything is made to order, but obviously the craft fair I'll have to do stuff in advance. But because it's September as well, a lot of us are going to showcase some of our Christmas things as well. Because I'm last minute, totally last minute at Christmas, but all my friends, like some of them have got all the presents, they've got everything ready. I'm like, how do you even exist? Why do you do that? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can't. I can bet. We can just about hear you. I think there's a bit of a technical kind of flip going on here. So you talked about
Should I?
your carpentry. What?
Yes.
Don't ring off.
So we're at the moment where. Say yeah.
I
Oh, I
said
can't
we're
hear
going to
you.
talk about your what next. Can you hear me?
Just only just. I can hear you
Don't
say
say Let me go and grab
I
my
can't hear
headphones and see
anything
if
now.
that makes a difference.
Okay, okay. And I can just have a minute. I don't know. I can't see. I can see that there's 8 of you watching, but I don't know how to get comments on. How does it work?
Right, sorry. We'll see if this makes a difference. I'm a bit unprepared.
Okay.
I do apologise. Right. Better? Is that better, Michelle?
Yeah, but I don't know if I'm. Yeah, but you're breaking up still.
Any
Like
better?
it's. I can hear you, but your picture's froze. You're just like this
Don't worry
now
about
on
me.
your picture.
But listen to you.
Just like this.
Sorry.
So,
So
I'm
yeah,
thrown now
you were
because you
saying
just
what's next for the business? What are you doing?
Okay. So at the moment, a lot of my stuff is it's almost like hobbyist. You know, there is a bit of skill, but it's not major skills involved. But I would like to do tables and benches and whatnot. So the community space, the creative space where I work from, I've secured some funding to do some training for us. So in the next couple of months, we're moving to new premises. So the woodworking guys are going to move over first, and we're going to be taught to build the tables and the workbenches and the chairs and everything that we need for our new premises. So that's going to be great for me because I'm going to learn loads and loads of new stuff that I don't know how to do now. But they've also, like I said, they've secured this grant for funding. So they're going to tell us what we want to know, and they're going to buy the tutors in to come and teach us. So in terms of what I produce now and what I'll be producing at the end of the year, they're going to be probably completely different things. I will still do my barbecue boards and pencils and bath trays if they're wanted. But I want to be concentrating on bigger items like like the raw edge tables that have got epoxy running through them. That kind of thing is what I want to be concentrating on. Customized toy boxes, that sort of thing. But also I'm a bit of a computer geek as well. So I've been doing some graphic design stuff that I really enjoy doing. And the plan was that I would be transferring those to coasters using this gel medium stuff. But the process is such a faff and I hate it. But I really like doing the graphics. So I've gone into working with James and Carla, and I have a shop opening with them soon. So there'll be mugs, all sorts of things, tea towels.
Jacob says platters apparently.
Yeah, these are platters. I have them. These are my barbecue platters. I will still do those because I love them, and I think everybody having a barbecue should have them.
Is that one of your best sellers, Michelle?
I think it will be. They've actually only just been sort of finalised. But they're made from black walnut, and they're absolutely gorgeous. I'm stroking it now because it's really sweet. So I've got the graphic design stuff coming up, and I've got a few graphics in there that are like related to my hometown, which are things like Lobby Gobbler, because that's we eat lobby from where I'm from. And so I'm hoping that they go down well, and like Letherborn and bread. So there's little things like that, and I'm hoping that's just a bit of a side thing that I can just promote, and then I leave it alone. I don't have to do anything else with that other than promote it. And then I've just had some stuff put on with Bex on her Giftonomy site. I read a message at 3 o'clock this morning. Bex, if you're watching, I did read it, but I was half asleep, so I will reply later. But she's put some of my stuff on, and there was talks of having some mass-produced stuff done in China with a friend from school, but that's got a bit stale, so I don't know whether that'll go ahead or not. But even if that was happening,
you sound like you're going to be busy anyway.
Yeah, I'm hoping so, and I'm hoping that the Handmade in Loughton group really takes off, because I'd like to do fairs maybe once a quarter, I suppose. See how it fits in with like calendar events. But yeah, so I feel like I'm sitting on the edge of things at the moment, and at some point they're going to pick up.
It's an exciting place to be.
Yeah, but it's scary
Gemma's
as
put
well.
an interesting comment on here.
Oh God.
Gobbler with a shocked face. I don't know what
Act
that
like
means.
you don't know.
No. But yeah, I think that
Gemma.
you sound like you're going to be really busy. It's
hope
great
so.
that you're diversifying a little bit as well. You know, working with the big stuff, the small stuff, different
Do you know
stuff away from wood, you know, keeps it all a little
I
bit
get bored.
fresh.
I get bored really, really easily.
Yeah.
And like in every aspect. So even the way my house is set up, I change my living room around all the time. If you're watching that, Lindsay will come to my house, and every time it'll be different. I do get bored of things, so I need different things to keep me sort of engaged, I suppose.
You got a short attention span.
I'm like a naughty child.
Like a goldfish.
Less orange.
Oh. So, one last thing I was going to say. I know your business is called Tidy Things.
Yes.
Do you live in a tidy house?
No, it's absolute chaos.
Is it?
Absolute chaos. I've got wood everywhere because at the moment at the workshop we don't have any space to store stuff. At the new place we're going to build our own lockers and storage things, so that'll be fine. So I'm hoping to regain some space in my house when that happens. But at the moment I've got wood everywhere, my kids' stuff's everywhere. I've got 2 kids, 2 dogs, and 4 cats. So it's absolutely mental.
Chaos.
It is chaos, but actually these 6 weeks while the kids are at home in some holidays, we're throwing everything out. I'm just like, right, we just need to be ruthless. This is all stuff we don't need. It's going.
Get a skip. It's very cathartic, cleansing out, getting rid of the old.
Do you know what? I thought
dead
about
wood.
it. I thought about it. Say again.
I said get rid of the old dead wood.
I don't know if it's... Yes, it's all going. I just get rid of everything that's I've not looked at for 6 months. It can go. I've had enough.
Oh.
But actually, when you were saying then about my go on.
No, I was going to say carry on. Carry on.
The tidy things at the moment, and that kind of worked with the original stuff, like the desk tidies and the batteries. I do jewellery frames as well. They're a new item and they're really popular. I need to make more of those to get on show. But when I go forward into more sort of carpentry stuff, I don't think Tidy Things is going to work. So I have set up a new, I bought the domain and I've done the Facebook page. It's called the Tidy Thicket. So I think that's just going to really fit what I'm going to be doing a little bit better. So yeah, Tidy Things will be gone. These pretty pink banners will be gone. I'm going to have to redesign everything. But that's fine. I think I just don't think Tidy Things. Yeah, I like that.
So you like doing that? You like doing that? Yeah. Well, obviously, we'd love to keep seeing you on Darren's Local Business Networking and share some of your stuff so that we can actually see what you create. Because I think at that point, then we can share things. I'd be happy to share what you do and try and get your name out there because geographically, it doesn't matter where you are, does it?
No. I post stuff everywhere in the UK. So yeah, that's cool.
That's brilliant. Well, we've been listening to Michelle at Tidy Things, telling us who she is, what she does and why. Show some love because she's been fantastic. It's been marvellous to speak to you and we'll catch up again very, very soon.
Thank
so that's
you.
Our Quiz Your Biz for the week. Have a chat with Dan. If you're not on here and you haven't had a chance to talk about your business with Dan, get on the list. It's great. Everybody can see what you're doing and get the visibility going. We're all a friendly bunch and just want to help each other. So well done, Michelle. And
Thank you.
Thanks everybody for tuning in, all 7 of you, for just sparing your lunch break with us. And hope you enjoy the rest of your Friday.
Bye.